Hey, welcome everyone to Sunday Night Live. I almost missed it at 8 o'clock. I was I was charging my phone up, and I'm like, and then next thing you know, I had a minute and a half left, so I had to get everything set up again. All righty. Well, thanks a lot for jumping on, and we got PA Wilderness Out Adventures there. Hello, hello. I'm gonna go ahead and start clicking on these. How you doing, old and crackedated? How you doing, buddy? And there's Elric the Blackheart. Hey, brother. All right. And yeah, I've never tried walking with seven puppies around my feet. No, I haven't. Man, you got your hands full and your ankles full. Yeah, you do. Hey, Dixie Cup, how are you doing? All right. So I'm already up to all the comments. Wow, that was fast. Is it 8 o'clock? Yeah. All right. So man, I want to give it a couple seconds here for everybody to jump on. Hey, Scott, how are you doing? Hello, pal. Good evening. Good evening. There's of the Herb of Fireside Studios. Howdy, Tony. Howdy, Herb. Yeah, and there's Daniel. How you doing, Daniel? Big thumbs up. All right. Oh, too much gear, guy. I was just emailed you. That's why I was. And as soon as I emailed you, I looked. It's going to be 8 o'clock. Hey, it was great hanging out with you. And oh, look at these. You can vouch for them, can't you? Yeah. So I'll tell you guys what this is here in a little while. But I had a great weekend so far. I was well, kind of didn't start out great. Yeah. Oh, I'm just keep going down here. Hey, traveling with Todd. Hey, brother, how you doing? There you go. And let's see. There's Charles. Oh, they're moving so fast. Hey, Anthony. Yeah. Hey, William. How you doing? Good evening, Tony. Hey, there's James. How you doing, brother? New subscriber. Well, welcome to the 2.0 family. Yeah, I really appreciate that. So what was the first video you saw? Maybe throw it in the comments down there. Hey, Robert, how you doing? Oh, they're going fast. Hey, homeless Santa. Hey, I'm on day 50, brother. Yes, I am on the Carnivore Day 50. Man, I got some great news, but I'm going to be sharing that, probably more about it on next week's live because I just gave blood and I'm picking it up on Thursday, all the results. Yeah, I am. Oh, from Kansas. Oh, that is so awesome. Well, welcome from Kansas, Charles. All right. Yeah, beef chips. Ooh, they are good, and it's amazing, amazing. He got to taste them firsthand. Yeah, he did. And well, I'm going to talk about a little bit of that in a little bit too. Say, hey, Adam, how you doing? Howdy, Tony. Howdy, everyone. Hey, there's Skeeter. How you doing, Skeeter? Right, Chad. All right. Good evening. Oh, our Canadian friend, brother. How are you doing up there? Hopefully, it's getting warmer. uh, yeah. No, but do you guys get a lot of bugs up there in Canada? I'm not sure. From what I understand, like more north, they get real buggy up there. But we have a lot of ticks down here. I didn't have any this weekend, but so far this year they're bad because we didn't have a real good freeze over winter. Hey, Joseph, how are you doing? There's Leonard. Let's see, Leonard. Hello, have so much fun with family. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, there's Random Exploring 1.0. Righty. And there's Jonathan Garrett. Gravat. 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 I think that's how you pronounce it, Jonathan. You know, Jonathan, that's my son's name, too. Yeah. Hey, Tony, I missed the last two Sunday nights live. Great video last week. Well, thank you very much. And that's what we're going to be talking about. That video is doing good. And the one the week before in that storm, I think that's got almost 15,000 views already. Well, this week, this Thursday, will be 2 weeks. The video last Thursday night, I think it's up to 5,700 since Thursday. That's doing pretty good. Yeah, that one was a lot of fun. Believe it or not, I was really close to. I mean, it doesn't look like it. If it was in winter, you would be able to see right out to the highway. I was like just on the other side of that vegetation was a busy garage, but it closed while I was back there. That's why I waited to make that first fire for a little bit. I know someone made a comment. They said, "Oh, it's not stealth. You got a fire." Well, I usually don't have fires, but I really felt comfortable enough there, the way that I was positioned with the water and everything. And that was a clean burning fire. We had some really, really dry wood. That was real dry. Yeah, it went up quick. How about that grass? That grass flamed up real fast, and I charred them dogs. Yeah, I did. Hey, Sean, how are you doing? Ready? And let's see. Hit the thumbs up. Yes, old and crackadated. Everybody, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Really appreciate it. Hey, Carl, how you doing? Hey, Carl, I took the lures with me this weekend, and I didn't get a chance to fish, and I'm going to be talking about that too. Hey, uh, how are you doing, brother? Baby and me, tiny house on wheels. Just stopped by for a few minutes, Tony. I rescued 4 baby magpies, and I have my hands full trying to keep them fed. Oh my goodness! Wow, that is something else. That's awesome, baby and me, tiny house. Yeah. Did you? Where did you find them at? Were they just laying on the? Did you find them close by where you were camping, or what? So that was the question. And I'm gonna look over here in there. All right. Hey, James Hicks, how are you doing? Been on vacation. Missed your shows. Glad I'm back for Sunday Night Live. James from Louisville, Kentucky. Yeah. Oh, let's see. What else do we got? There, where's Stitch coming in there? Yeah, Stitch is gonna help monitor. Hey, Stitch, welcome, welcome. Yeah, so he's down in there, and let's see. We got Pens by Rob. How are you doing, Pens? How are you doing? Tony, how are you tonight? I'm doing good. What are your thoughts on your new smartwatch? Do you like it? I was considering getting one and wanted your thoughts. All right. So, what he's talking about is the smartwatch that I did the review on. I don't wear it every day because I don't wear watches anymore very often. But when I do, and I've been taking it camping with me, and there is a button. I like this feature. Let me push it twice. And it's got that compass on it. And I had showed that on the video that I had the compass. And when I was looking at it, someone commented. They said, "You know, your phone does that." And I took a while to respond back. He said, "Your phone does that, um, does the compass and stuff." And I commented, and also tracks where you're hiking. There's some apps that you can do that. I took a while. It was the last comment that I commented back on, and all as I commented was, "Oh, that's awesome! I never thought of that." I said, "Well, now I got a backup." So anyhow, so the watch, I really like it. It does disconnect from my phone only because I do so many different things with my phone. Like I'll leave the house and it'll be too far for it when I'm not wearing it, and I'll come back, and then I just got to go in to the Bluetooth and just reconnect it. But when I'm wearing it, it doesn't disconnect at all. And but when I go on to the app, like when I reconnect it, then it brings all the weather and stuff. But as long as I stay connected with it and wear it, it does real good. Oh, and one of the things that it does, it was really neat because on that camp that we did last Thursday, one of the things that I looked at was the REM sleep, like doing my sleep patterns. The REM sleep that I actually did was really neat because it showed me like when I was restless and when I entered REM sleep and when I entered sound sleep. And believe it or not, I got up to set up the time lapse around 4:55, and then I went back to sleep, and I could see that on the history because it's like I woke up, so it was like you're awake, but then I went back to sleep and I entered deep sleep like that. And then I even got some REM after that too. So that was really cool. I like seeing the sleep stuff because it gives you the patterns and you go back on history and it gives you all. So I do like it. I do like it. And it doesn't allow you to respond to a text. So that's one thing it doesn't do, but you can get notified and see your texts on there. It's got a lot of options. I like it, and I just don't wear it every day. Uh, I don't know if it feels weird because I haven't worn a watch in so long. Hey James, how you doing? Oh yeah, we did that one. That's right. Hey, there's Patrick. How you doing, Patrick? And then we got Chuck Jones there, and let's see. Uh, yeah. Okay. Oh, Robert William representing Indiana. Well, you're representing it good, Robert. Yes, you are. All right. Just having fun. How are you doing? Yep. Good evening, all. And there's Daniel again. There's his real buggy here in Ashland, Wisconsin. You know what? Bugs bugs haven't been bad for well, they don't ever seem to be bad for me. Like late summer, early fall, um, they seem to get a little bit more, but I don't know. Bugs don't seem to bother me now. Watch, they're all gonna find me. Say, hey, what are you saying? But I would joke around with Stitch, and I said, well, I'm AB positive. That's why. Oh, let's see. Oh, I just popped up a thing on there, and let's see. And I think it said it went away quick because I'm watching my screen. See, I got two screens here. I got my computer. I got YouTube open, and I've also got us open, but I can see things going. But there was a little comment. I think it said Adam Hurley bought you some coffee on Buy Me a Coffee. Well, Adam, thank you very much. I'll take a look at that. And you know what I can do now with Buy Me a Coffees? Because um, uh, they just started it. And I'm hoping that Mary and Johnny Torres got my video because now you can send a video response instead of just uh, a reply to a text or a message. So I recorded a video, a 30-second video, and I can make it more personal. But Mary and Johnny, they've just been such a great supporter of the channel. And they just blessed me again with more Buy Me a Coffees this month. And I was able to use the app now and send a personal video to them, and I'm hoping they got it. Nobody's responded back to me that they got it yet, but maybe Mary and Johnny, if you guys are in here, maybe let me know if you got the video. I sent it the other day, but I did a couple, and I've got to go back and look because I didn't realize that it takes a little while for it to kind of upload into there, but then you got to hit send. I thought you just record it and it just goes once it's done doing its little spiral, letting you know it's loading. But I went back in and had to re-record it because I noticed it didn't show up in my replies back to you. So I gave it another try. All right, I'm going to move this over so I can see a little bit down there more in real time. Yep, we got it. Oh, thank you, Mary. So I decided to open this one up too, so I could actually see YouTube comments because that stays quick. Scott, thank you so much for that super sticker. Yeah, really appreciate that. That popped up there too somewhere. Oh, let's see. Yeah, yeah, it's real little on my screen. I gotta move this screen back over and cover that up because I can't see right there. I can't see this side of the screen, but thank you very much, Scott. Really do appreciate that. So we got Robert Williams. All right. And then just having fun. Let's see. All right. So there's Sarah and we got James. There's Darlene Good. Hey, Darlene. And guess what? I was saving it to make sure you came on. I didn't call you or text you to let you know that I got something from you. So I pulled it out of the mail hammock back there. I've been holding on to it because I definitely wanted to open it today when I saw you in the comments. Yes. So we're going to go ahead and open this. And you guys want me to open it now? I'm sure Darlene does. This little thing is heavy. So I do have the Slice Alpine Warrior had sent us. I love this thing. You guys haven't seen this in a while. But this is a little Slice. It's got a real little ceramic blade there, and I use it to cut I cut envelopes open, packages open, tape open, and I keep it in my pocket and carry it around with me. Um, oh, this is thicker, so it it does one layer there. All right, so let's see. Oh, and we got a envelope. Yes, we did. So I'm gonna open the envelope first, but I'm gonna take out the little stuffing paper and I'm gonna lay this down and I'm gonna read the card. See, I can open the card too with this. So let me open the card. Oh, so yesterday I left to go camping and doing a stealth camp, and I was going to do a stealth camp, and then the next day I was going to go to a meetup with Walter Zollner was having a meetup, and I went to it last year. It was a YouTube creator meetup, and I was going to do that to this morning, and they go and meet and then do a 3 mile hike. Now I was just going to go video them and stuff after I did my stealth camp, but I had a flat tire. Yeah, I did. All right, I'm going to open a card. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful picture. Oh, and I think I can do a hammock. That tree looks good. And that tree looks good. Yeah, it does. Tony, just wanted to add to your collection. I'm praying for you and Lisa. Yep, yep. Love much, Darlene. There we go. I'm wondering what that is. I'm thinking it might be I don't know. Let's see. I have a feeling I know, but oh, it's wrapped up in paper. Oh, this thing's heavy. Yeah, it is. Let me slide back so you guys can see me. Oh, maybe I'll just stand up. I'm gonna guess. I'm usually not good at guessing, but I think we're going with a theme. Maybe. Yep. Yeah, we are. Oh, darling, that is so cool. Oh, that is really cool. No wonder it was heavy. It's a rock. Squirrel. Look at that. Isn't that cool? A painted squirrel. Oh, Darlene, thank you so much. Love you, Darlene. Oh, that is really, really cool. Put that in here. Oh, that's going to go up on this shelf next to the bear. Yeah, it will. Because I don't have a shelf behind us. So let me see if I can spin you all around. You can see the bear. Ooh. So we got the bear. Uh, let's live a big adventure. And I got the squirrel right there next to the lights. Oh, that is too cool. Thank you so much, Darlene. Really, really appreciate that. That is cool. Squirrel. Yeah, I was going to put the squirrel shirt on, and I didn't have it in the upstairs in the room. It's actually downstairs in the dryer, and I didn't get it out of the dryer yet. But Darlene, thank you so much. And oh, we got Michelle. How are you doing? All right, and let's see. Hey, Boots Outdoors. How are you doing? Oh, sorry about that. uh, should I go? I'll tell you what, Stitch. I'm going to let you run that part, and I'll just look at the screen. Put 3 question marks in front of all of your questions. Absolutely, no, I appreciate that because that way they'll jump out, and then they can see them, and I can do that as well. And there's Gracie. How are you doing, Gracie? Hello from Texas. Yeah. Love your videos. Well, I appreciate that. So that last video that we did that came out on Thursday. So I had looked at that one. Oh goodness, it was winter. I'd seen it first, and then I went checked it out a couple times, and it just wasn't right yet. So then I went to a place that I was going to do, and they cut all the trees down. And that's why I said in that video, it's like, man, if you wait too long, things change. Just like just like the I was just talking to someone about this earlier today. They said, man, I really love that storage shed video you did. And I was like, yep. And I said I went by there uh, to get to where I was going. The other day was 2 days ago, and I came back that way today. Sure enough, them gates are locked. If they're not open, the gates are locked. So um, I don't know if they locked it because of me, but they were never locked for almost 2 years. But they're always locked when they're closed. So he's like, "Oh, didn't I thought maybe you got permission?" I said, "Nope, I didn't." That was a lot of scoping out, but I wanted to do that in honor of Steve Wallace video because he had said he wanted to do a storage shed and he said he wanted to eat an MRE. Well, his MRE didn't work out, the Canadian MRE that he had. And I know in Canada they don't call them MREs. They call them. Oh, thank you, Darlene. I am glad I got it too. That is really nice. I can't wait to show Lisa. Oh, speaking of Lisa, squirrel. So, a couple of weeks ago, maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, squirrel warning. 3 or 4. It was about a month ago. I because remember at 10,000 subscribers back in January, Lisa was part of that live, and I said, you guys were asking, when's Lisa going? When's Miss 2.0 going camping with you? And I'm like, I don't know. And so she was here, and I turned and I said, so when are you going camping with me? Everybody's asking, and you guys were like asking and asking, and I know she just the last time her and I camped, it was our first wedding anniversary, and we camped at Lake Raysdown. And but she goes because we were at 10,000, and she goes, "Well," I said, "How about 15?" She goes, "Okay, I'll go camping it when we hit 15,000 subscribers. When you hit it." And so it was about a month ago. We're like 570 some away, and the one evening I said to her, I said, "Hey, hon," I said, "You getting your camping gear ready?" And she said, "For what?" I said, "You're going camping with me when we hit 15." She goes, "No, I thought I said 20." I said, "No, you didn't. You said 15." And she goes, "Well," she goes, "that's going to be a while." I said, "Well, we're only need 570 some more." And she's like, "Oh, that's going to be a while." So uh, every week I tell her, I said, "Hey, get ready." I said, "We're at 400. We're at 300. I think last week we're 240 or 50, no, maybe 260 away." And I said to her, I said, "We're like 200 and some away." And she goes, "Oh, let me know when we get a little closer, like when there's 10 left." And so today I told her, took her some coffee over because she's working tonight. I took her coffee over and I said, "Hey, by the way," I said, we're only 100 and like 34, I believe, 134, I think, away from 15K." And she said, "Oh, it's getting real now." I said, "Yeah, it's getting real. I've already got a place picked out that we're gonna go, and yeah, it's gonna be fun, and I can't wait to do one with her." Ooh, man, I used the scuttle last night, and I cooked salmon on the scuttle. Stitch, man, that best salmon I've ever tasted. I didn't put anything on the scuttle. I just fired it up, dropped the salmon on face down, and I shared it with the group that I was with last night, and they couldn't believe it. They really couldn't believe how good it was. Like it was a nice sized piece, and I got it at Aldi's. Yeah, yeah. Trapper says, "Hello, Tony 2.0. I have update on mom. We'll call you tomorrow if it's okay around 2:30." So, guys, pray for Trapper's mom. She had gotten sick. And went into the hospital. The dad's doing good, but they're both very concerned about mom because just they're not sure what's going on. But he's got some updates for me, and I'll try to keep you guys updated. But please pray for him and his family and his mom. And I had messaged him back and said, definitely pray for your mom, you guys, and you're just your whole family right now. Just Appreciate that. Hey, Gregory. Good evening, Tony. God bless. God bless you too, brother. Olden Crackaday says, just a night cat pop up tent. It's a two-person, but big enough for three. Oh, that is really cool. Yeah, and hey, Mike, hike with Mike. Yeah, hey, hike. Hey, hey, there's Michelle, David P. and Michelle checking in. Hope all is well. Yeah, and I was gonna camp with you guys. Come up to your camp when you said you were going to your camp on Wednesday night. We're gonna do this very, very soon, but Thursday morning, it would have been a almost 2 hour drive for me to get back to give blood, and I wouldn't have been able to eat the night before because I needed a fasting blood work, and I had to be there at 8 o'clock. I'm like, why did I set that up at 8 o'clock? So, but I went and gave blood. I'll get my results this Thursday, and I am really looking forward to see what. So, let's see, Thursday, it was day 46 of carnivore. So I don't know what kind of change I made in 46 days, but according to the blood glucometer, really, I'm doing really, really good. I'll share more with that as I get the results. And I'm going to have the results from the ones that I did have, the one that I did have 4 months ago, and then this latest one. So I'm hoping it's doing good. Everything that I'm feeling, everything that I'm registering on my glucose meter is just doing excellent, excellent, excellent. When I wake up in the morning, if I eat, it doesn't matter. Numbers are all good, and that hasn't happened to me in long, 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 long time. Even with a once a week shot and a daily pill. So I'll update more with that, and maybe I can do. Hmm, wonder if I could do just a live, like carnivore update live or something like that. I don't know, but maybe we'll do that. So let's see. Thank you, Darlene. I'm seeing that. So I feel I feel like I gotta grab stuff. And hello from Texas, Gracie. Yeah. So there's Dylan is saying howdy, Tony. So or so we all call RA 2.0. And RA 2.0 is the hat. That's the design of the hat. And really, really appreciate you guys being on. Hey, Gene, how are you doing? Hello from Georgia. Just checking in. Just home from an 8 hour drive from North Carolina. Wow, 8 hours. Tony, I'm surprised no train came by during your camp. You know that train track. So there's two, and you could see where it splits, and then goes into two, but it's mainly one. That train runs. It's not a main route. It goes, I think, all the way from Sunbury. I forget who runs that. It's like they have certain days that they run it, and I think it's on Thursday mornings. It's not it's not really used a whole lot except for I think twice a week is all they run it. But how about the bones when I stepped out of the car? That was crazy seeing all those bones. And then I saw a fox. I wish I caught that on camera. I didn't see it. Hey, Miss 2.0. I made you dinner. It's downstairs covered. Yeah. Hey, Rocky Toppin. Just found your channel this week. You're awesome. Well, you're awesome for finding it. Thank you, YouTube, for suggesting it. I don't know if it was a suggested video, but if it was, thanks for clicking on it. Love your content. I watched a lot. Oh, that is so awesome. But that stealth camp in the storage building gave me anxiety. And that's what the gentleman and I were talking about this weekend. He says, yeah, he says, I found you I started watching Steve Wallace, and then you popped up as a suggested video, and I clicked on it, and it was the storage shed one. And I said, that was my most anxious video as well. Um, And that's when he said, "Oh, you were anxious?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, I thought you had permission." I said, "Oh no, 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 no. That was um that was almost once I found it. I found it right before I went up to the Adirondacks about 3 weeks before I headed up there. So this is last fall. But I was looking for over a year, scoping out a couple different places, and then I found that one right before I went up. So I had 2 weeks to scope it out. So I would just drive at different times of the day, those 2 times. But then I had to go away. I was going to try to do it back then, but I just didn't feel comfortable yet. So I ended up going up and Stitch and Alpine Warrior and I, we did the camp up at the Adirondacks. And then from there, um, I came back, and then it wasn't working out because needed to do more recon on it. And I think I went there at least 12 times. I was even there at like 10 o'clock at night, sitting up near the Starbucks parking lot up there looking down on it. And I sat there for an hour, maybe longer, um, just watching the movement around there. And cars frequently, even late at night, would drive in there, drive by the sheds, maybe get out, drive away. It's really weird. So I was very hesitant to do it, and I needed to know that it was going to be a good time and good opportunity to do it. So I picked a day where they were closed all day long, and fortunately back then they didn't close that gate. I mean, you can get back in to it coming in a different way, but the gate was right there, and it was never closed, but it had the chain and everything around it. Even today, when I came back through there, that's coming up through that strip there. I think what is that? 1115 goes through Sealands Grove and stuff. Yeah. You ever traveled to Kansas? I can't remember. Did I go to Kansas? If I did, I went through it on my way to California. Um, Hello, chat. Hope everyone had an amazing weekend. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. Hey, Randy, how are you doing? Evening time, Tony. Great video, but drinking the fish juice. Yeah. So, and I poured it on my tripod because I wanted to show you it, and I didn't realize there was that much juice in it. But yeah, I figured I better drink it rather than drip it. So I wanted to get all the juice out of there. And I tell you what, it was good. It wasn't fishy at all. It looked like so I was expecting very fishy salmon in a pack, but it was lightly smoked. And in the video, even when I was editing it, I was looking like, uh, do you like it? Yeah, because I was really trying to get the flavor of it going, wow, that's not fishy at all. I mean, that was in my mind, but it looked like it was dry. It was a little dry though, because I drank all the juice. No, but it was a little dry, and I took a big bite. So I was trying to chew it enough before I could talk. I didn't want to spit tuna or salmon all over, sockeye salmon all over my tripod either. But I planned on eating that in the morning rather than eating at night and then have to deal with the smell of salmon being so close. But I have another one. I do. Sorry I'm late, Tony. You went live during Sam Banana's video. Did I? Oh, I wonder how Sam's doing. Yeah, I'd love to do a camp with Sam and small plots. Hopefully, maybe this year we can do one together. Yep, and also Northwest Wind and I are supposed to. Him and I have been trying a lot to get together, and just schedules just aren't working because he's over in Ohio and I'm over here, and then he just got the new puppy, and yeah. Uh, think I'll do a camp out in the pop-up tent with 7 house guests and maybe Rough and Ridge too. Oh, that would be cool and cracking, David. Yeah, it would. Don't expect the tent to survive. No, they would be. It would be like rustling all around. I know puppies. They really get on one another a lot. Do a lot of running around. Yeah, and Bailey's doing good. If you guys are wondering, Bailey's doing real good. Um, Bailey's been enjoying some of my scraps. So, and I tell you what, her coat is getting really soft just from the a little bit of fatty stuff that I had, and she's losing weight too. So I have to get her out and do a little bit more camping. We need an emoji that comes as a squirrel. Yeah, I want to get the emojis for put onto the 2.0 crew, so you guys can do the emojis as well. And yeah, and oh, Jeff, hey Jeff, I've used that slice now. I own two. You know what, Jeff? I own three because after Alpine sent me that one, I loved it so much. I got one up here on the desk. I keep one in my pocket when I'm out camping because I use that sometimes to cut packages open. A little safer than me using some of the knives. And then we got one downstairs on the refrigerator. Yeah. Oh, hey, yeah. Too much gear guy. Hey guys, go over and check his channel out. Yeah, and him and I talked about the carnivore, and he wants me to keep him updated on it. But yeah, the salmon was amazing, and I put it skin down or not, skin up. So I got the scuttle real hot, dropped it on there, skin up. And then when I flipped it, I put a pat of butter on there and then flipped it. And the skin got so crispy on there and it just cooked it fast. I didn't use any salt, but it tasted very salty, like it was salted. Oh man, it was amazing. Yeah. I had it on the big cutting board taking it around. And yeah, we took over, and you guys probably know me talking about it, but Walter Zollner. He's the one that hosted it. And so I got a flat tire yesterday on the way there. And let me see if I thought I got it, saved it, and put it in this pocket. So I got within probably 10 minutes of the location. And then I picked up had a flat. Oh, no, that's not there. I had it. I was going to show you guys. Did I take it out of my pocket? I don't know. Keep looking. Oh, my keys. It's in there. Nope. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. I think. Oh, yeah, there it is. So I showed the tire guys this. So this is what went through my tire. It was about 1:30. All right. Went through my tire. And my light came on just as I went under an overpass on 34. 322 was going. I was heading to Little Buffalo State Park. So my idea was to go do this stealth camp. And yeah, Dixie Cup, that will be awesome. UMS 2.0 15K gonna happen soon. Yeah, it is sooner than we think. Sooner than we think. So I have to make sure I get it when I think we're gonna try to go during the week when she has several days off. But so I'm coming along and I'm making real good time, and all of a sudden, and it must have been laying flat, but Walter looked at it and he said, when they do construction on concrete, this is what they do. So maybe they were working on the road or the bridge overpass. And as soon as I went past the underpass, I got a ding and one of the warning lights on the dash. And I looked at it and said low tire pressure. And I was like, my SUV doesn't do that unless there is low tire pressure. So it was just a blessing where I was at, because if it would have happened 10 miles down the road, there's a stretch from 11 and 15, I think it's about 10 miles. I'd have got caught on that road, but it happened in the very next pull off, less than 40 yards, I can pull in, and there's a giant complex there, a giant grocery store. I pulled in there and I thought, oh, I hope they got an air pump. I went right over to the air pump, and then I got out, and I see it going down, but a little bit. So I quick started making phone calls. Every garage that I called was closed. They close at noon on Saturdays. So I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? And I just changed insurance companies because the Hummer died. It just done. So Miss 2.0, we went and got her a couple weeks ago a Subaru Outback Crosstrek used, and so she'd get back and forth to work. And so I now I have two cars that I needed full coverage on. So I got that when I got a bid, and I've been with USAA for 30 years. 30 years. And unfortunately, I couldn't stay with them for now because it just the cost of the car payment and stuff with the two cars. So anyhow, so usually with USAA, I just like, hey, call them up and get roadside assist. But roadside assist anymore doesn't come for like sometimes the next day. So I was trying to figure out what to do. I have a plugging kit to plug it, but when I did the trip across America, when I got back, since I didn't have a flat in 9,350 miles, I had that up in the car carrier, but I took the car carrier off, and that's one item that I didn't put back in the car. And so I'm like, oh. So this guy was pumping gas, and I went over to him. I said, hey, do you know where there might be a garage or someplace that I can get this fixed quick? And he goes, the only place I can think of is Tractor Supply. They have some like Fix a Flat, or they'll have plugs. So I went there. It was only maybe a quarter of a mile up the road. So I pumped air up. It was down to 11. I do have a air compressor in the car. In fact, I got two of them under the front seat. I've got one, and I've got a whole nother one. Why not have two? Yeah. So I have both of those in the car. And so I go over there, and I'm talking to my friend Dave on the phone from RNRV Chronicles. And he's like, yeah, he said his one friend has a garage, but he wasn't around. But I thought, well, I can go over to Tractor Supply. So I pulled up and got out of the car, ran in quick, and I saw an old school friend. And he's like, hey, oh my goodness, how are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm doing good. I got to get this, because I got to get back out and get this tire fixed. He's like, okay, we got to catch up. Yeah, we do. And so I got, and it, where's the tire stuff? Put at the back of the store. So I'm going fast, and I get it, and I come back out, and I decided I was going to use this off-road Fix-A-Flat, and it was highly recommended, and I just needed it patched because I wasn't sure how to do the other thing, and if I'd be able to, with my stroke side or this side, to get this out. But fortunately, I was able to get it out. But reading the instructions, I had to loosen the valve stem, take that out, and then I could pump that stuff in, squeeze it in. So I did all that, let the air completely out, and I'm going, oh. And I put that, I following the directions, and I started squeezing, and nothing went in. And I'm like, come on, maybe it's bad. And it was the last one that they had. And so I took that off, and I thought, oh, why is it not doing that? So the one lady came out from the store, and they were trying, and I'm like, it seems like that my valve stem's clogged or something. It's just not working. So one lady came up, and she says, you need, well, there's so many people that asked me if I needed help. It was just a blessing. But so many people asked me if I needed a hand, and I'm like, oh, no. See, the thing I want to do, I wanted to try to fix it because the spare tire is under everything. It's under the power bank, it's under the refrigerator, it's under my bed, under the table, and I have to take everything out of the car to get to the spare tire because it's got a little thing you lift up and you got to take that off. Then you lift another thing up with the jack. Then you can get to the spare. I wanted to try to avoid all that because I'd have to take everything out. I was there for about 4.5 hours, but we tried the air compressor on the tire, the flat tire. It wouldn't even up. I put it up to 60 pounds of pressure, thinking, oh, well, because I just put air in it. It was really the weirdest thing. But the one lady went and got her husband, and they came back to help. And Lee came out from the store. He was going in, and all three of them helped me get it going. And I put everything back in the car. And at that point, it was already like close to 4:30, 5 o'clock, and I'm like, I can't do a stealth camp because now I got my tire in where I sleep because I didn't. It doesn't fit back where the other tire came out of because it's a full size tire, not a donut. So I'm going, oh, what do I do? And so I called Walter, and then because he was camping overnight with a whole bunch of other guys for the meetup the next day. And my plan was to go do a stealth camp for this Thursday and then do the meetup in the morning and see all the channels and talk to everybody. But Walter said, hey, if you want, maybe come up to my campsite. There's a couple trees here. I'm sure you could hammock. And I felt like I was imposing, but they were insistent. So I said, well, I'll be up and check it out, and then I'll figure out what I'm going to do. I went up there and just, yeah, what an awesome time. I got to hang out, and Darlene, Cliff and I talked about you, and I said about you and things, and he goes, oh yeah, Darlene. So Cliff, the wandering woodsman, so he had his tent there. He was in the site, I guess it was 24. Walter was in 23. And then I hung my hammock, perfect setup of trees right there. So I hung my hammock between the two of them. And, Darcy came over. And there was about 11 different channels. And even that night, I didn't get to talk to everybody, but we all hung out and we kind of took over Walter's spot. We had a nice fire. So I did end up videoing that stuff. And then because I want to do a video, so I think I'm still going to go out and try to do a camp for Thursday night's video, and I'm going to do the video that I did today, last night, and today. I think I'll do that, even though it was a camping video, but it was a camping meetup video, and we saw Hiker Dude Dad today, Quiet John. We saw Hike. So many channels. I can't even remember all of them. But a lot of them we saw last year, but there was also more that I didn't see. Now, most of all of those are go to, outdoor channels, as far as not outdoor channels like I was at the meetup a couple weeks ago, where they all hunt and fish and things like that. These are all outdoor hiking guys. Old guy on the trail, I think was his name. So his channel, really cool, and just so it was like backpackers, hikers, channels that just are highlighting. A couple of them are trying to do like all the state parks in Pennsylvania, and some of them are up to 33 and more, and just really, really awesome. So yeah, we're gonna have that coming up. Day Hike Dave was there. Just really, really neat. Oh, I got to get back. I'm talking too long on everything else. But let me get back to the comments. Squirrel. Yeah. All right. Have you heard from Big Doggy? No, I was just thinking of him today, and but I haven't heard from him. He hasn't reached out at all. But I am gonna call him this week because he was on my mind today. I just didn't get to call him before our live tonight. Yeah. Tony, I love that fire maple wood stove. It looks portable. Yeah. I'm going to click on this from here, Stitch. Yeah. So that fire maple, that Flatpack fire maple, oh, it's in the car. So I don't have that up here. But wasn't that cool? Because you can use it as a grill, and you can also use it just as a fire pit. So I really enjoy that because it is flat and you can put that right in your pack and pack it. It's very light. And like I said, you have an option of, using the grate and cooking on it. And how about them Black Angus dogs? I've eaten them a couple times now. I had 5 of them in the freezer and I just took um, 2 out for me and put the other 3. Oh, they're still down there. Put the other 3 in the refrigerator to let them thaw out. But they thawed out pretty good in my backpack. Yeah, they did. And how about that game cam? We finally got a really beautiful doe, a pregnant doe. And someone mentioned to me, now I was also thinking the same thing, that was 2 different does. The one that we first saw that was very, very pregnant. Now, I only showed you guys a little clip of all 3 captures. There was actually a 4th one where it was just a white screen. I don't know if she was leaning up against the camera or not, but the very next video that the camera picked up was her standing right there. So it must have been she leaned up against it or was really, really close to it because the infrared was white. So that was black and white. There was sound. All the sound that I heard was mainly the creek, but she was eating something. I don't know if she was eating pine needles or something right there, but there was a branch. What's interesting, there was a branch when I set the camera up. There was a one of those scrub pines. That's where we set it up. And I took one of the pine branches, a couple of them, and just lifted them up and pushed them over and kind of intertwined them with the next set of branches to kind of open it up a little bit so we had a straight shot right there. And I believe that she was maybe sniffing, but she was chewing as well. But then when she turned to walk away, I don't know if you could see just how big her belly was, and just very, very, probably 2 weeks, she's going to drop some fawns, and it looked like she's got to have at least 2 in there. But that was so cool. And then the last one was the deer coming across. Now it's a little further away, so I really couldn't tell if it was the same one. But someone else said no, that looked like a different one. Yeah, yeah, that was cool. We got a great shot of that. And when I went behind the car just to look at the gravel and stuff that was there, and there was a lot of sea glass, how it gets rubbed. In fact, I didn't put it in my pocket because I was just starting out. There was a piece of green glass that just from the creek floods, and there's sand and stuff, and it gets real smooth, and it had rounded instead of a break, straight edge. It was all rounded and green. Really neat. I like saving that stuff when I find it. I got a couple pieces downstairs, but yeah, she was very, very pregnant. And then we saw the other deer when I was walking on the tracks, showing you guys that. Now that's right. That one question. So it does split into 2, where we saw it separate, and then it goes down. Once it crosses the road, the intersection where we're looking at that deer, there's a big rock in the center of that track, and I think there used to be like maybe someone like go to the no, that track goes by the feed mill too. Yeah, goes behind it, down a little further, but the one offset track goes um, to a business, and there's all kind of logs stacked up. So it's just where it goes just to drop a car off, maybe to get loaded or unloaded. But years ago, uh, so there's only that one track, and like I said, I did see a train on it a couple weeks ago. It was a where you could go do like a train tour. They do that every once in a while. They have the real old uh, cars where you can sit in, kind of similar to the one that goes from Durango up to Silverton in Colorado, up through there. Um, I know in Pennsylvania they have the one out, Jim Thorpe, that goes up through the gorge. So a similar train like that, an observation train that you can get on, and it runs you up. And they were coming back the one day, and it went right by that spot. Yeah, but very, very seldom used. All right. Yep. Let's see. I'm gonna scroll down here. Hey, William, how you doing? Yeah, and I didn't see that one. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to chat on YouTube and mess with Tony backstage on StreamYard. Please be patient if I don't respond. If I don't respond to chat. Yeah. Hey, Jake, how are you doing? Yes. Oh, Mischief Maker, how are you doing? I always carry a compass electronics fail. Yeah, they do. Hey, Mike, how are you doing? All right, Mike Burgess from Dublin, Kentucky. I love the hammock camping now. So yeah, I was. Believe it or not, Walter Zollner has never been in a hammock, and I said, before I leave, you're sitting in this hammock. So as I was tearing things down this morning, I got him in the hammock and he loved it. He's like, oh my goodness, is this nice? Oh, and he was loved the swing of it. So him and I talked about it a little bit because he mainly tent camps, but he does do some hiking and stuff now too. There's Josh and Jen. How you doing? Let's see. Getting ready to head out camping again. Awesome. Grayson Lake this Thursday. Well, you two have fun. Glad to see Jen getting out. All right. Hey, Green Hubs. How you doing, brother? And then OnlyFins. How are you doing? So OnlyFins, we met him out at the last meetup out there in Clarion, Pennsylvania. The sleep tracking is basically all I use. Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, I tell you what, it's good that look how far behind I am on the comments. But yeah, yeah, I love that feature on it. But you got to wear it to get tracked, right? But it's interesting seeing how good it works to show me, um, how I'm sleeping in a hammock. And believe it or not, I did the hammock. And I sleep better. It it says that I sleep better and more soundly and more deep sleep in the hammock than I do in my own bed. What does that tell you? Yeah. Ooh, I love sleeping in a hammock. Hey, there's Alpine Warrior. How you doing? And our friend and buddy Mike. I was just thinking about you today, Mike. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Hey, there's Hammock Mountain. So Hammock Mountain and that little thing next to the wrench, that is part of the 2.0 crew. So you guys, I know Alpine or Stitch had donated quite a few members, and so they're getting to be a part. I think we're up to 11 members, and I was scrolling across the bottom when we came on, and I want to thank all of y'all for doing that. And I did. So there's two people that watched. I sent a video out yesterday from Tractor Supply after I was all fixed up. I went, hey, 2.0 crew, I just wanted to send you. It was only like a minute and 30 seconds and let you know what's going on. I had a flat tire and I showed the tire, and but it was something else. So when I got back, now I did get the tire fixed. So we put the donut on. Good tire was in the back of the car, and then this morning I called because I gotten those tires from Walmart, and I got the $10. If you have any roadside hazard and it punctures the tire, they'll patch it for free. I didn't think I'd ever use it, but I just said, $10, I'll get it. And sure enough, they fixed the tire for free. Yeah, they did. They we put a plug in it, but they actually bored the plug out, re-reamed everything out, scraped the inside, patched it, and did everything. Put it back on the car, put a new valve stem on there, and gave the car to completely back to me, no cost, no charge. So I did that at my appointment was at 2, and so I did that, and then came home. Then I ran out and came home, ran out and came home, and then here we are. Yeah, but the car's doing good, and I'm so thankful for that. Yeah. Oh, Monog. I can't say the word. I don't know how to pronounce it. Hey, Tony just made it home from a weekend in the Monongahela National Forest. Awesome. Yeah. You know, uh, we're going to get together. You and I are going to get together. We're going to make it happen. Yeah, we are. Yeah. And I appreciate you, Alpine. Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to let Stitch put something up, but I just want to click through here too and kind of see. Hey, William, how you doing? I lost 8 pounds so far. That is awesome. 8 pounds. I did lose some weight as well. I'll know more when I go Thursday because I just went in and I gave blood on Thursday morning, and then I went and hung out and had coffee with George and Ed, and then a couple different went and you know what? Yeah. All right. So I went, gave blood, and then I'm like, oh, kind of getting hungry. And uh, Ed and George don't show up there at the Turkey Hill in Elysburg until 11:30. And I wanted to say hi to them and let them know how things are going. So I decided to run up to the Amish store, get some brown eggs. Because there went past a couple of different places, and I said, "Oh, I'm just going to go in and get an omelet," and then because it was so early, and I like, why am I going to get an omelet? And then I can just go buy eggs. I can cook in the car. So I went up and got eggs. I made ooh four four brown organic orange yolked eggs, scrambled them, and well, I came back to the Turkey Hill, went and got a cup of coffee, came back out, got my pot out. I told the guys in there, I said, "Hey, if you don't mind, I'm going to go drink this coffee out in the parking lot. And you guys want any eggs?" And they were like, "Eggs?" And I said, "Yeah, I can cook out of the back of my car." They were like, "Oh, no, that's okay." I said, "All right, if you don't mind, I'm going to go cook some eggs." So I cooked breakfast and drank my coffee, hung out there for a little bit, and then I went and did a couple of things, checked the mail, and then I came back and talked to George and Ed for a little bit because I wanted to find out how they were doing because George went to the down in Lebanon. He goes to the oh, it's right on the tip of my tongue, the VA hospital. And he was going down there. I wanted to see how he made out, see how his legs were doing, and things like that. So, yeah. So then I hung out with them for a while. Hey, hey, Charles, how are you doing? Yeah, yeah. I haven't really noticed any bugs, but haven't been out much. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's. I think that's from when I asked about up and if there was bugs out. Yeah, no, that's awesome. Yeah, bugs so far have really not bothered me this year. But hey, I may be positive. Blood. Hey, bugs don't like me. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm way behind, way behind, way behind. Uh, hey, there's Miss 2.0 again. That's when she said hi the first time. Hey, Rocky Toppin. And if I just scrolled over and missed anybody, just I apologize. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Oh, we're an hour and 3 minutes. We're only an hour into this. So remember, if you got some questions, throw them up as well. Let's see. Um, just found your channel this week. Did I already do that one? I think I did. Awesome. Love the channel. Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, there's a storage building. All right. Have you traveled to Kansas? I'm going to scroll all the way down and see if I can catch up. Let's see. La la la. Oh, there's a bunch of squirrels. Squirrel. Yeah. Jay's Real Talk. Hey, brother, how you doing? So, Jay, on Jay's Real Talk, he is in a rehab. It's a medical rehab, and he's posting. And I hope you're healing up good. but he's posting a lot of his meals and stuff like that that he's having in there. I like seeing those. You had a hamburger the other day. I saw that. All right. Hello, Mr. 2.0 from Catherine. How are you doing, Catherine? Let's see. Jamie Brown, there you go. Hey, Tony, it's been a while. Sorry for not showing up for Sunday Night Lives. No problem, Jamie. I hope you're doing good. Yeah. No, I think about you often. And Lisa, are you going hammock camp with Tony? Yeah, I think he's going to. I think she's going to. Yeah, like I said, we talked about a certain place that we're going to camp, and she agreed. She thought that would be a great place. And it's going to be neat because I'm actually going to put the tie two hammocks off the luggage rack, so our heads will be at the car and our feet will be at a pine. And we're going to go to the CCC camp because that big stone fireplace. So I think it's going to be available. I checked; there is a lot of availability over the next couple of weeks. So based on her schedule. Because I think we should hit it within the next 2 weeks, I'm guessing. So sometime within then, we'll definitely be doing that as our 15K celebration. Miss 2.0 is going to pony up. Yeah, she is, and make good on her promise. Yeah. Hey, the Ranger guy. Hi, Tony. Can we see you tent camping? Well, as soon as I get a tent, I don't have a tent. Yeah. So tent camping for me is not. I mean, I have the hammock tent, but that, and I did put that up, and I did do a cot under that, but it's not like a tent I think you're talking about. But we also Old and Kraken dated last year sent us the screen room, and then the ONEWIND tarp screen room. Screen room goes around it. We did a camp with the screen room as well. Uh, late summer. That was a neat camp. Hey, Muskums outdoors. So him and I were camping next to one another. He was on the other side of Walter and stuff. So you guys are going to see that. Got to talk to them. What great hanging out with you as well. Yeah, made it on the live. Yeah, and he gave me a little koozie as well. Really cool because I had trouble pronouncing how that went, the name, but he spelled it for me and then gave me a koozie, which was really awesome. How'd you like that salmon? And you actually tried the Carnivore Crisp as well. So I'm going to eat one of these real quick because I was on Homestead How. They were part of a panel with Dr. Eric Berg and a couple other doctors. They were talking about it, and it was sponsored by Carnivore Crisps. So that's the name of it. Now you can see one hanging out there. It looks like so. This is grass-fed beef brisket. So they have ribeye. They've got a couple, but I ordered the beef brisket. Look at that, 10 grams of protein. So, and it's made with the real salt. And why did I get them? Because they were saying it's like a chip. And I'm like, how can it be like a chip? Now, Miss 2.0 loves chips. I'm not a big chip guy. I'm not. I don't eat chips. Like, I'll just not, unless back then, even when I wasn't carnivore, I don't eat any chips now. But when every once in a while, I'd be really hungry and I would see a chip bag and it's open and I go, and I'd eat chips. And Lisa would walk in and she goes, I thought you don't like chips. I don't. Yeah. So they said this as like a chip. So for people that are eating carnivore, but they like chips and miss chips or miss that crunch. And I'm like, crunch? It would crunch? It looks like beef jerky, but it's not. So this is beef brisket. Now listen, I'm going to bite it. All right. And I opened it on the camp last night and shared it with these guys. And we all went, so you're going to hear it. Miss 2.0 didn't try these yet. I don't know if you can hear it crunching, but we all went, "What? That tastes like a chip. It's a brisket chip, and only three ingredients. What are the three ingredients, you ask? Well, let me just tell you. Beef brisket is ingredient number one. Ingredient number two, if you can guess, water. So water. Ingredient number three, Redmond's real salt. So it's pretty awesome. Servings 0.75 ounce, so about 21 grams. There's 5 servings in here. Um, wow, it tastes like a beef Pringles. Yeah, it does. Read my comment. Oh, what comment? Bear, give a shout out to Hala, my coworker's husband. Is it Hala? Yeah, okay. So I was in dropping at least a cup of coffee off, and I actually took a dozen donuts. She asked me to bring a dozen donuts in for the staff, so we did that. And hey, how are you doing? My coworker's husband. Yeah, I'm gonna give him a quick shout out. All right, so yeah, sorry, hon, I didn't just saw it, but isn't that incredible? Mm. Oh, hon, you're gonna love these. I gotta hide back because they. But let's say you want something crunchy like a chip or a snack, and you're eating beef, other stuff. Like I can eat bacon, but bacon's chewy. Let's get it real crispy. Um, sorry, Tony Fisher for kids. Squirrel. Yeah. So it's like a chip. I can't believe it. So in the comment section, or yeah, no, in the description, I went ahead and put the link for these in the description because I got a 10% discount, and I think it's Random Adventures 20. So you got to spell it all out. I wasn't able to do the RA 2.0 for a discount code, but I don't know if you want a chip alternative. Uh, check it out. Oh, the salt. Mm. Hey, Emma Brown, how you doing? It would be worth the loss of the tent for a video. Yeah, with all them puppies. That would be really, really cool to see you in that tent with all of the uh, puppies and the other two as well. Have you talked to Grant lately? I have not. No, I haven't. I haven't. So, and I saw it, the line. He was getting back into it, and I saw he was putting a video. He put the one video out, and I commented and stuff. I haven't seen anything at all. I do have his number, but I know he gets busy with work. I don't want to say what kind of employee he is, but it can be very overwhelming. Yep. Dixie Cup needs a squirrel flask first. Yeah. So this is very, very good. So as far as tent camping, like I said, I think you're talking about a regular tent, and like I said, I don't have a tent, so I won't be tent camping. But if I do, I do plan on doing a tent at some point. Oh, the comments jumping around. I didn't see that last one because I was talking. Hey Tony, glad you're okay. Thanks, William. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, so as far as the um, looks like wedge pin for a muzzle loader. Yeah, I'm confused. Yeah. The beef brisket maybe it looks like a wedge pin. Yeah, I could eat. I could eat a couple of those. But if you're just craving a crunch like chips, like I said, I'm not a big chip eater, but I'm gonna eat those. I'm a beef brisket eater. but you can taste the just the fat on there. But it's like a very it's like a chip. I can't explain it any more than that. But you'll see a couple of us crunching on them. Hey, I do adventures. Hello, everyone. I'm back. Been having a personal issue. Pray for me. Absolutely, brother. Definitely be praying for you. So, those that pray, you just lift him up in prayer in Jesus' name. Amen. Hey, Tony, glad you're okay. I just had to get a new motor in my Subaru. That was 2 weeks ago. Today, it quit on me again. What? Oh, my goodness, that's terrible. Cars are a nightmare at times. Yeah, they are. Well, hopefully, they replace it for free, especially if you had to pay for the first one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just 2 weeks ago. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Tony, 2.0 family, for your prayers. Yep, absolutely, Trapper. Look forward to calling me tomorrow. Yep. Tony, you should get AAA. Well, I don't need AAA because I had USAA, which does all of that. Now my new insurance also has roadside assist, but it's so new to me just since the 4th. So it's only a couple days that I didn't get all that paperwork yet and get it all up. Hey, Lou, how are you doing? But yeah, that would have worked out good for me to do that. Captain Deadly, let's see. What's up, buddy? It's the dude from Walmart. Really? That's right. How you doing, brother? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that is too cool. Yeah. So, hey, I appreciate you, brother. So, Steve Cousins says, kayak fished the Buffalo River today. Got a fish hook. Ooh, ouch! Deep in your hand. Um, did some riverbank surgery. Yeah, yeah. You almost got to right, and fixed it, but it was kind of painful and disgusting. Yeah, yeah. You kind of like if you had like back in the day, like in the Civil War and stuff, the surgeons would say, "Here, bite on this." They would bite on something while they did it. All kind of squirrels. Yeah, yeah, we got squirrels going on. I don't know if y'all saw. So I did a mail Monday. I was waiting to open this until Darlene got on the live, but we opened this earlier tonight. So there's the squirrel. So she wanted to add to the collection, and then Emma Brown had sent us the squirrel crossing up there and everything and our squirrel lights. Yeah, we're getting quite the squirrels going. Yeah, we are. And I was gonna put the squirrel T-shirt on today, and but it was in the laundry. Yeah. Hello, my 2.0 adventure family. Hey, Anthony, how you doing, brother? Yep, yep. Oh, you're awesome, and looking forward to hearing from you. Uh, being from Arkansas, I saw the squirrel hunt. Oh, I used to squirrel hunt. Laugh out. Not laugh out. Loud. Woo! Oh, hold on. May I need a drink of water here? Yeah. Oh, I've learned something new. I'll tell you that in a second. But being from Arkansas, I used to squirrel hunt a lot. Not laugh out loud, but they taste like chicken. But it's really hard to clean them without getting hair all over the meat. Yeah, 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 yeah. I can relate. Yes, I can. Great camp this week. Enjoyed the show. Well, I appreciate that, brother. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Carl saying we love squirrel dumplings years ago. I think I told this story before. Squirrel and gravy is the best. Squirrel. Yeah, we got squirrel warnings popping up. Yeah, yeah, we do. Let's see. Okay. Oh, I don't know if I can do this. Is that up to date? Squirrel dumplings are a fave, but not many people outside of the deep south have tried them. Yeah, I've never tried squirrel dumpling. I had squirrel pot pie. So a good friend of ours, he passed away about 20 some years ago, but we called him Uncle Ken. Um, if someone was hunting, they would give him squirrels, and that's when all of our kids were younger. And he would always come up for coffee and stuff, and we'd hang out. But he'd bring up um, a pot every once in a while. Like he used to make what's called goulash, different things like that, and he'd always bring us stuff up. And uh, that's why sleep full time in a hammock. How about it, homeless Santa? Someone told me that their son, he asked for a hammock for his room instead of a mattress, and he sleeps in a hammock all year round. Yeah. Oh, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, he brought up squirrel pot pie, but didn't tell us. We thought it was chicken pot pie until we saw the little bones. And then, uh, yeah, and then I was like, squirrel. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. I saw. I can't see if I can do this. Oh, there we go. No, let's see. I can't do it. Yeah, I can't do it. Let's see. I just saw something. Let me scroll down. Lisa, he is way behind. Laugh out loud. Yeah. I'm scrolling down because I saw someone just did a super chat. There he is, Anthony. Alrighty. Thank you, Anthony. I really appreciate that, brother. Yeah, 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 yeah. And that is so awesome. And you are one of the 2.0 crew uh, family members. He's part of the 2.0 crew, which is the join button. And that's why you see his little thing next to his name. He's part of the first 11 there. Yeah, and I know we got some gifted ones as well. Stitch is gifted quite a few. And when you gift um, a join to someone, YouTube picks out somebody in the chat and they just get it. And I think last week, was it Thursday? Stitch gifted one, and actually it went right to a Gravedigger. He's got the gift. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Hey, Sean's Adventure. Uh, since I started watching your show and decided to get out and hike myself, that is awesome. I've lost 60 pounds in the past 3 years. Thanks for the inspiration to get it there. Yeah. Well, absolutely, Sean. Well, thanks a lot for being inspired. Yeah, I'm 60 pounds. That's awesome. That really, really is. Tony, keep your eye on that. The OLP run is, I think, it went away too quick. That's in 3 weeks or so. OLP, PA Wilderness. What's OLP? Keep your eye on that OLP. I'm not sure what OLP is. I'm sorry, buddy. Hey, how you doing, Melissa? Or I always say MD Gone 66. Hey, hi, Tony and 2.0 family. How are you doing? Doug says, hey, Tony, ever camped at the Green Ridge State Forest in Western Maryland? No. Cheers from the GR Woodsman. Yeah, I've not. No, I haven't been there. Yeah, no, I have not. Have not. And uh, guys, go over and check his channel out too. Really, uh, yeah, that would be cool to do though. Would definitely like it. My wife just made a 4,000-mile road trip to through Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, Ohio, Connecticut, Virginia, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, New Hampshire, New York, and Maine. Oh, that is so cool, Steve. Yeah, you both, my wife and I, not your wife, just went. Your wife and you went. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And celebrate. Well, yeah, it celebrated our 46th anniversary of climbing Mount Cadillac in the Arcadia National Forest in a horizontal rain and snowstorm. Well, that is so awesome. Yeah. Dixie Cup, do you eat the skin from canned salmon? That would be the can. Oh, that's so too funny. Hey, Patrick, thank you so much for that. Yeah, yeah. When I see him pop on my screen, I think I can touch on him. Yeah, there we go. I can do that part when they pop up. Yeah. Oh, old Loggers Path. Got it. I think old Loggers Path race is in 3 weeks. If that's all those. Oh, yeah. I checked. I have to look and see because I didn't. Because they probably would definitely get full. That's the old Loggers Path is 20 some miles. It's like a 3 day. A lot of people do it in break it up into 3 days. I don't know if I could actually do it at all at this point, but yeah, a couple of people that did it that I watched said it was pretty rough. Yep, old Loggers Path. So all those camps are will be full. Yeah, I'll definitely schedule it when it's not full. Uh, yeah. Hey, Ken, how you doing? Ken Lote. Hi, Tony. Best wishes from Leave No Trace 365 across the pond in the UK. Absolutely. Well, welcome again from across the pond. And I love Leave No Trace. Love the name. 365 days out of the year. Night all. I'll catch the rest. This is a work. This rest of this at work tomorrow. Alrighty. Hey, there you go. All right, brother. Take care. A woman that's into man fixing will never be worth the job. Yeah, right? Yeah. Let's see. Let me click on this one. I just saw this one down here. Yeah. So Bradley Riddle says, "Hello, Tony. How are you? Appreciate what you do. I am a fan. Well, I appreciate. I'm a fan of you being a fan. Uh, I'm about to be 64 and disabled. Glad you're able. Um, yeah. Well, happy birthday and yeah, yeah, definitely. I you just can really relate to your struggles, and I'll be praying for you. But happy birthday! Yeah, it was as soon as you're 65. Yeah, I'm about to be 64. Oh, I'm about to be 64. They run together, so you're gonna be 64. So you're 63 now. There we go. Squirrel yum or yeah. All right. So I'll let Stitch throw stuff up there again. Yeah, because I was scrolling and then I get looking different ways. So did we get any questions about the camp? Anything you wanted to know about the camp? OLP over large pizza, right? Yeah. Let's see. Okay, now I'm back down. All right. So yeah, yeah, metal would be tough. Yeah. So um, I did that. I did the mail. I did my water. I was saying something. Oh, something that I realized this week. So I'm gonna have to call it a night. Uh, gotta hang up my what gear. Good night, all. Hey, good night, brother. Good night. Good night. Good night. Yeah. So one of the things that I found out because I do my because doing what I'm doing, I check my blood sugar very, very often, like 3 times a day. So before breakfast, sometime during the afternoon, and then usually at night before I go to bed. And one of the most confusing things to me is, let's say I eat 6:30, and then I go to bed at 11. I don't, sometimes two, depending on what I'm doing. But the other day I'd gone camping, so I did that camping trip. Then I edited, got that all up, and that night, I mean, I ate, but I just ate. Made us. What did I make us? Oh, I made us salmon, and I take a chuck roast, and rather than doing a chuck roast in a crock pot, I'll put the chuck roast in, cut it up into little pieces, and then I do it in a cast iron skillet. It's poor man's steak. Love it. So I had that in part of a salmon, and then I went to bed hours and hours and hours later. So I took my blood sugar, and yeah, it was real good. It was even after eating. I think it was 106 after I ate, like 2 hours after I ate. It was only like 106. So I went to bed, and then I got up in the morning and I checked it. Now remember, I don't eat carbs. I mean zero carbs. And I woke up in the morning and I was 146, and I'm like, how in the world am I 146 blood sugar in the morning? See, that's what's always been confusing to me. Even when I like don't eat any carbs and it goes up. So I'm like, well, I'm not stressed because I heard that causes your blood sugar to fluctuate. So I was telling the guys about it in the morning later that day. I said I was really confused, and they're going, well, could it be this? Could it be this? And I told Lisa about it. She goes, I don't know. Could be this. But when I figured, was doing research, and I mean, I did salmon, would that cause, which it doesn't. I know that. With this, which is steak cubes, no. Turns out I was dehydrated because I had gone camping that night before. And if you look on there, I took 2 liters of water with me. And the only time I drank water was I only drank like this much water. And then I had a cup of coffee in the morning. So I actually got dehydrated. And I can tell when I get dehydrated. But I looked it up and I was like, hey, can being dehydrated affect your blood sugar? Yeah, it says it can, from 50 to 100 points. So that's why I went to sleep through the night. You get dehydrated as well. And all of a sudden, I'm checking it in the morning. It's 146. It hasn't been 146 in like a long time. And even 146 is low. What it used to be, it's low. Let's see. Robert says, my personal squirrel is your, wait, my personal squirrel is your wooden American flag. Could you give us a good shot of it sometime? Yeah, the one on the one, this wooden one, the one up here. I don't know if I can bend this back. Hold on. This one there. So this, it sticks out about that much. So it's wooden. It's wooden, but that's a flag. Now that actually the start. If I do a magnet, that's actually there's a latch in there that comes open, and that pops open, and there's like stuff, foam in there that I need to cut out into a pattern, but I can't with an X-Acto knife. That'd be tough. Hey, Tony, great to see you. Yeah, you too, Tony. We're Tonys. You're with an I and I'm with a Y. Yeah, yeah. All right. So anyhow, I found out, and that really makes sense because one, I know when your blood sugar is high. I used to get extremely thirsty, and I could drink 4 of these liter bottles in like one evening. Um, when I get really, really thirsty, but that means your blood sugar is high, at least for me, anyhow. But hey, good night, Carl. Yeah, so it didn't dawn on me that that can affect your blood sugar. It makes sense because if your blood sugar gets thick, but The reason you get thirsty is it wants to flush out all that extra sugar in your blood, glucose and stuff. So that really solved a problem and riddle for me. Like, how can I not eat any carbs, and go to sleep at say 11 and get up at say 8, have all that time, and then my sugar goes up. It didn't make any sense, but hey, I did WebMD or something like that. It came up on Google and it explained it. Yep. I know I am late to your live. I was outside working on the yard before it rains tomorrow. Yeah, love you and God bless. Love you too, Rebecca. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. So, okay, what time we got? 1:35. 1:35. All righty. So, let's see. What do I need to do? Yep. So, I do not have a camping video yet for this week. So, I'm going to be doing a camping video. Got to get out and do that. Um, weather is supposed to be cooler in the evening all this week. I got to check for rain. Not that it makes a difference. The rain videos actually do really good. So, yeah. So, I got to do that. Rocky and Bullwinkle. Yeah. uh, So I've got to get out and do that. I was gonna do it the other night, but I got that flat tire yesterday. But the flat tire's all fixed. So so I got everything back into the car. So when I got back from getting the tire fixed today on my way home, before I did all my stuff, I had to take everything back out of the car again, and then put the spare tire in where it goes, put it all back together, and then put all the stuff back in. So it was a job, and I believe I got dehydrated again. I can just tell because this hand slows down even more. Um, just different things. I had a lot going on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I did a lot going on, and so usually after I film, I am pretty much edited really quick. But because of everything that took place. But it was such a great camp. And so we were at Little Buffalo State Park campground, and yeah, it was really really neat, and it was great seeing everybody there again this year. All right. Making sure I don't have anything on there. I just want to check one thing. So yes, Miss 2.0 is going to be going camping, and she's gonna. She's committed. She's committed. Yeah, we're not. We're all not going to let her not do it. Yeah, yeah. But I've got to get a good day, and we are. Let's see. I'm getting. I'm on YouTube. I want to see where we're at. Dashboard, so I can. Oh, so we only need 133 more subscribers till she goes camping. You know what? That might happen before next week, the end of next week. Yeah. Okay. So we are going to have to see how it goes. Yeah. Let me see where I'm at. Where's StreamYard? I lost you. Okay, there we go. Hey, Jazz. Tony enjoyed your last video Thursday. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Like I said, I'm so glad the game cam. We got such a good shots on the game cam. Yeah, 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 guy. Absolutely. Yeah, last last year. Yeah. But fortunately, I did $10 a tire when I had the new tires put on from Walmart, and like I said, they honored it. And it was that valve stem, um, even though it wasn't taking any air at all. Never had that happen before. And not just my air compressors. I actually tried both of them, and then the couple that was helping me, they had one in their car and they got theirs. Yeah, Lisa is going to start a drive of unsubs to keep from camping. She better not. Yeah, she better not. We'll have to keep an eye on her, right? Uh, yeah, no, I think she is getting excited about it. Like I said, the last time she camped, it was for our 1 year anniversary, and we took, we had borrowed a tent back then, and we went camping, and we put our big mattress from our bed in the cab in the back of the truck and hauled it all the way up there. And like I said, it blew out and blew the suitcase out and scattered clothes all over the highway. And we were throwing the clothes back in, and oh, it was a great time. Yeah. Let's see. I love my gazebo and have plans to add a grain bin on on stilts with a platform route. On stilts with a platform route. Oh, very cool. Let's see. Time for me to head out. Good night to all and be safe. Night, Tony. Good night. Good night. Good night. Hope all is well and glad you could jump on and good night. Night. We just had the gazebo thing built at our cabin to store dry wood and kayaks in the dry. Oh, that's cool. Well, good night, Maria. Yes, yes, yes. Watch out, Tony, for the flying mattress. I know, right? Oh, that was something else. So, well, it is 1:41, and I'm gonna open it up to if anybody has any questions. Just throw a question in there because I am gonna. There's things I want to get ready before Lisa comes home. She gets off at 10 o'clock. She doesn't always get out at 10. Sometimes it's 11, 11:30. But I want to go um, see her when she gets home because I didn't see her yesterday. And yeah, looking forward to it. Yeah. Making sure I nothing else there. No questions. All right. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going to camp, what kind of camp it's going to be. Hey, Richard, thank you so much for that super chat. Yeah. Hey, Tony, he says, yes, yes, Richard, glad to see you. Well, guys, I am going to get ready to go. How's that sound? Uh, I'm not going to eat more crisps tonight. That was trying to cut down little chips. But if you want to check these out, they are in the description of this video. I went and put it in there. They have other kinds too, not just brisket, but the brisket is delicious. Yep. Emma saying good night, everyone. Have a good night and God bless. Yeah. Good night, Rebecca. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night, everyone. Good night, Robert. Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, we can't cue the music, but in your head, you know what we're doing. All right. Well, thanks a lot for jumping on here on this Sunday Night Live, and welcome everybody that's new that just came on tonight for the very first time, or that started watching the videos and jumped on tonight to check out the live. And guys, if you're still on that I camped with over the last night, and appreciate you guys coming on. I hope you all had a great hike. I saw y'all going into the Blue Ball Tavern, the historical part, as I was leaving. So that's awesome. All right. Well, good night, Dixie Cup. Good night, Steve. All right. Good night, good night, good night, good night, Rocky. Good night, Johnny. Good night, Mary. All righty. Okay. So, Tony 2.0. And Stitch. Oh, there he is. Hey, good night, Stitch. Alrighty. Well, you guys have a great one, and we will see you on the next random adventure. Thanks a lot for coming on to these lives. I love hanging out with you guys. All right. We'll see ya.